Today's lesson is about multiplying and dividing integers. We've learned rules for adding integers and subtracting integers. Today we're going to learn rules for multiplying and dividing integers. We're actually going to use our adding integers rule to prove the rules we're learning today, and you'll see that in a second. So let's get started. One thing that we've learned is that when you add negative numbers to other negative numbers, the answer becomes more negative. So for example, if you look at the problem on the screen here, it says negative 2,000 plus negative 2,000 plus negative 2,000. When we add those together, we should get negative 6,000 as our answer. We can write that problem as a multiplication problem instead of addition, because we know that repeated addition is the same thing as multiplying. So in the gray box here, you see that negative 2,000 times 3 is the same answer, or will give you the same answer as the addition problem that we have written right next to it. And the answer to that problem is negative 6,000. So what that proves to us is that when we multiply a positive number times a negative number, like in the gray box, we're going to get a negative answer, and that works for every integers problem. We can also use that concept to show why multiplying two negative numbers gives us a positive answer. Look at the pattern in the chart to the left of the screen. 3 times negative 2,000 is what we just did, and we know the answer to that is negative 6,000. We solved that already. If we know that, we also know that 2 times negative 2,000 should be negative 4,000. And 1 times negative 2,000 is negative 2,000. That's also the identity property. 1 times anything makes that number stay the same. 0 times negative 2,000 is 0. We know that 0 times anything is 0. So if we take the products here and we continue the pattern, if you notice, it goes from negative 6,000 to negative 4,000 to negative 2,000 to 0. And if we continue that pattern, the next number in the pattern is positive 2,000. If we continue the numbers over here, we can see the numbers start to go into the negative category. So the problem that results in continuing the pattern is negative 1 times negative 2,000. And the answer to that problem, if we continue this side of the pattern, is positive 2,000. If that pattern continues, negative 2 times negative 2,000 is 4,000, and negative 3 times negative 2,000 is 6,000. So what this shows is that when you multiply two negative integers, you get a positive answer. So here's the rules we're going to learn. Two integers of the same sign give you a positive answer. If you multiply two positive numbers, you obviously get a positive answer. You've learned that since elementary school. If you multiply two negative answers of the same sign, two negatives, that also equals a positive answer. When you have different signs, then you get a negative answer. So a positive times negative or a negative times a positive will be a negative answer. Other than knowing those rules, all you're going to do is use what you know about multiplying and dividing to get answers. So let's practice. Take a few minutes, use your multiplying and dividing times table charts and rules that you know about how to multiply and divide to get your answers, and then put the correct sign. So hit pause on your video, take a few minutes, and then you can check your answers. Here are the answers. So 6 times 3 is 18. We know that. What we know also from our rules today is that when you use the same sign for each of the two integers, the answer is going to be positive. So negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. 8 times 10 is 80. Positive times negative, different signs. That's a negative answer, so negative 80. 12 times 5 is just positive 12 times positive 5, so that's 12 times 5 is 60, times tables. Same sign as positive. Number 4, we have different signs here, so we know our answer is going to be negative. And 132 divided by 11 is 12. We know that 56 divided by 8 is 7. Since there's different signs in the two parts of the fraction, the numerator and denominator, the answer is going to be different signs equal negative. And in the last problem, 72 divided by 4 is 18. And when we divide a negative divided by a negative, the answer is going to be positive. So it's a quick lesson for today. If you remember the rules about same sign equals positive and different sign equals negative answers, then you'll be in good shape. Use this video to help you with practice on your homework, classwork, and anything else you need to do to prepare for the quiz and test. See you next time.